So here most of the students who migrate to South Korea migrate only if they get a fully funded scholarship for their tuition fees, because if the tuition fees gets covered in 7 lakh rupees annually, you would be very easily be able to cover your living expenses and your food expenses and even your transportation expenses. So 7 lakh rupees would be sufficient for that. Namaskar, Adab, Shastrakal or Khushamadid. Very, very good evening to all of you people. This is your Master DJ Harsh Priyam, who is going to talk about that you can study in South Korea and government is giving 9.3 lakh rupees per year as in stipend amount to all students who would be qualifying for the global Korean scholarship, which is being offered by the government of Korea. So now, this scholarship is a very lucrative option for most of the students who are planning to study in Korea. And let me tell you, Korea is welcoming a lot of new students, international students, for studying in their country. And along with this, Korean government is making all the possible scenarios, all the possible infrastructure so that they can accommodate the international crowd. So now let me tell you in today's video that what all benefits you will be having while you will be studying in Korea, and which all scholarships, which all colleges are available, and after your colleges, what job opportunities would be available with which you can take your decision that whether you want to go to Korea, South Korea or not. Obviously, here I would be mentioning Korea. It means that I am talking about South Korea, obviously not about North Korea. Okay, so here we get into the video. Before starting the video, if you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel, because you will get a lot of meaningful, useful content here with which you would be able to take your decisions more wisely. Here we go. First of all, the session credit goes to these students, these channel viewers who have commented on the video. That's make a video for South Korea, please vote for South Korea, vote for study in South Korea, vote for South Korea. So South Korea had a lot of fan following, looks like, because of Korean drama series, isn't it? Very famous on Netflix, Amazon Prime. So here we get into this video. So first of all, starting with this news article, South Korea to attract 3 lakh international students by 2027. And this news is very famous everywhere coming, and even this is visible in their numbers. So as of March 2023, South Korea had 2,05,170 international students, a 23% increase from 2022. So the numbers are already increasing. South Korea will allow international students to stay up to 3 years after graduation. So even to allow students for this much longer period is also a gesture to show international community that we are welcoming you. So they are allowing 3 years after their study completion to stay in South Korea, and visa would be valid till that time. Now moving forward, the part-time work limit for a language and undergraduate students was increased from 20 to 25 hours per week. This hours has also been increased, keeping in mind that students who would be coming to South Korea should be able to manage their expenses by their part-time work, and hence the hours from 20 to 25 hours has been increased. Okay, so with these three informational part, I hope you all will be able to understand that South Korea is very much keen in attracting, or very much keen to welcome all the international students, and they want international students should come to their country to study and then further do a job in South Korea and contribute to their economy. Okay, now moving forward, a little information about South Korea. So South Korea is around 5,000 kilometers from India. On an average, flight takes somewhere around 9 hours to reach to Korea. South Korea is 3 hours and 30 minutes ahead of India. The time zone is ahead of India. 3:46 in India will be 7:16 in South Korea. Now, the capital of South Korea is Seoul, and the language they speak is Korean. South Korean won, KRW, which we say short form. South Korean won is the currency which is used in Korea. Now, 1 South Korean won is equals to 0.059 Indian rupees. Roughly, you can say 1 Korean won is 6 paisa of Indian rupees. So, or otherwise, you can say that 6 Indian rupees, 6 Indian national rupees is equals to 100 Korean won. Now, with this, you must not misinterpret that Korea is not a developed country or not a prosperous country because 6 Indian rupees is equals to 100 South Korean won. It does not work it like that way. Here, the prices are on a higher side compared to India. So now let me get into the details. So first of all, if I talk about the living expense in South Korea, so university dormitories are there, then thereafter bedroom apartments, like private residence, and then there is bedroom apartment outside the city centers. So city centers obviously will be having higher prices. So if I take the most affordable one, affordable ones are university dormitories where most of the students stay, and the prices here is average monthly cost is somewhere around 21,000 to 41,000 rupees per month. So now you would be able to see, so 3.5 lakh Korean won is charged per month from students to 7 lakh Korean won per month. If you convert this, it comes around 21,000 to 40,000 per month. Now you would be able to understand that this is on a higher side. Even if you take the lowest kind of 25,000 per month, you would end up spending somewhere around 3 lakh rupees in a year just for the sake of accommodation. So Korea is an expensive country. Okay. Now moving forward, food expenses in Korea is again on a higher side, 18,000 to 30,000 rupees per month. So here also, if I take an average figure of 25,000 rupees, so that 25,000 multiplied with 12, that gives a 3 lakh rupees per annum of costing for your food expenses. Here the living expenses is also around 3 lakh rupees. Your food expenses is also around 3 lakh rupees. Transportation is on a cheaper side, that is 3,000 to 6,000 rupees per month. Now moving forward, let's talk about the fee structure. So in Korea, the fee structure is quite linear or similar to government and private colleges. They have similar fee structure. So even if you talk about the government universities or colleges, they charge you somewhere around 4 lakh rupees per annum, and even the private one also charge you 4.2 lakh rupees per annum. Nothing much of a difference. So if I take an average of 4 lakh rupees per annum, so that would be the cost for undergraduation. Similarly, and let me tell you, this is per semester, sorry. So this is per semester. So for per year, this would be 4 into 4. That is 8 lakh rupees per year would be required for your undergraduation in South Korea. Similarly, for graduate program, the fees is around 2 lakh to 2.5 lakh rupees per semester. So for 1 year, it would be 4 to 5 lakh rupees, and 2-year course, because generally master's program is of 2 years course. So that would be around 8 lakh to 10 lakh rupees for a complete master's program. So this is the entire cost structure of South Korea. Now if you calculate, 8 lakh rupees would be required in a year for your undergraduate fees program, 3 lakh rupees for your food, and 3 lakh rupees for your accommodation. So adding all of them, 3 and 3 6, and 6 and 8 14. So 14 lakh rupees per annum would be required if you go fully funded by your own self or privately sponsored. If you go like that in South Korea, you would be needing somewhere around 14 to 15 lakh rupees minimum in a year. Now let's talk about that. That's not the only option that you need to get into, because there are multiple scholarships also available in South Korea, with which about which I was talking about right now. So if you get that scholarship, this entire fees would be very easily covered. Now how can you do that? Let's see. So first, working hours is up to 24 hours per week. Next is the average payment is around 10,000 Korean won. If you convert this, average yearly wage comes somewhere around 7 lakh rupees. So in this 7 lakh rupees, you can either cover your tuition fees or you can cover your food and accommodation expenses. So here, most of the students who migrate to South Korea migrate only if they get a fully funded scholarship for their tuition fees, because if the tuition fees gets covered in 7 lakh rupees annually, you would be very easily be able to cover your living expenses and your food expenses and even your transportation expenses. So 7 lakh rupees would be sufficient for that. And now moving forward, the top universities in South Korea is, at number 1 is Seoul National University, which is the best university or the college of South Korea, having a QS World ranking of 31. At 53 is Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, then Yonsei University, Korea University, Pohang University of Science and Technology, Sungkyung Kwan University, Hanyang University, Ulsan National University. So I'll not spell all of them, but yeah, these are the top 10 universities. Now moving forward, which universities, or like, is there any scholarship also available? So let's talk about that. So in South Korea, the first and the foremost, the most famous scholarship is Global Korea Scholarship for undergraduate students. Here, this is a fully funded initiative by South Korean government offering international students the opportunity to pursue undergraduate studies in Korea. Next is applicant must be under 25 years old. Provision for of a return economy class ticket, one-time payment of 2 lakh Korean won, that is around 12,000 rupees. 9 lakh Korean won per month to cover living expenses like your 53,000 rupees per month, which is roughly nearly equal to 6 lakh rupees per annum. So 6 lakh rupees per annum would be given by the scholarship to the students, with which a student can very easily cover his living expense and his food expense. Along with that, it is a fully funded, so your entire education is already getting covered there. Now moving forward, full coverage of the language training expense for 1 year covers 1 year of Korean language training and followed by 4 to 6 years of the degree program. So with this scholarship, you would be able to stay in Korea absolutely free of cost, complete 0 rupees. So this is a very great initiative by the South Korean government, and with which you can very easily see that South Korean government, they are themselves making like they are trying to attract most of the more and more international students. Now moving forward, so here monthly health insurance is also given around 1200 rupees of health insurance per month. One time grant of 1 lakh Korean won, that is around 6,000 rupees. Eligibility for getting into this scholarship is you should be a currently high school student, like you should be in 12th grade. Percentile of your marks in 12th grade should be above 80 percentile. Above 80 percentile, this is the marks which is even required by the JEE board. So every state government gives this marks. Even CBSE these days are giving the cutoff marks that all those students who are above 80 percentile would be having this much percentage of marks. So you can get that. You should be in a good physical and mental condition, that is required. Now moving forward, there is another scholarship also, that is the Global Korea Scholarship. This is for postgraduate students particularly. Now here also, the Global Korea Scholarship graduate program offers international students a chance to pursue 3 years total, 1 year of Korean language and 2 years of degree coursework. This entire course is covered. And one thing to mention here, that even this was mentioned in the bachelor's degree, and this is even mentioned in the master's degree, that here you would be needing to spend 1 year to learn Korean, because in South Korea most of the universities do teach entire curriculum in Korean only. So hence you need to learn Korean, and for that you would be needing 1 year. Like you can even learn earlier, but the government is giving you 1 year of complete time to learn Korean. Once you learn Korean, thereafter you can start your degree. So applicants and their parents must hold citizenship in their country of origin, not the Korean scholarship, not the Korean passport. Applicant must be under 40 years of old. Tuition is covered up to 5 million Korean won, that is 3 lakh rupees. Up to 3 lakh rupees, that much is covered. Graduate degree program stipend is around 9.38 lakh rupees for 1 year. So around 9 lakh rupees per year is given as a stipend, and 3 lakh rupees for the fees is given. Like in a year, you would be given 12 lakh rupees. And we have just now seen that for even postgraduate programs also, the fees is average 2 to 2.5 lakh rupees per semester. 4 semesters are there. So 4 into 2, 8, or 4 into 2.5, 10 lakh rupees. That's the maximum which you would be spending on your degree. So this would be very easily covering your entire expense. Round trip economy class tickets are provided for your home country visit. Full tuition fees is covered, and monthly allowance, which I have already mentioned. Okay, sorry, this is another scholarship. So like this, see, I have mentioned these 3 scholarships. The purpose of mentioning these 3 scholarships is just to tell you that there are many multiple scholarships available in South Korea. Multiple of them are being given by the universities itself. Some of them are being given by the government. But scholarships are ample, and you can plan your study if you are willing, or if you are thinking to study in South Korea. Okay, so I have referred to this link. You can also go on this link and find out more scholarships. Fine. So now moving forward, what are the admission requirements for all these universities and colleges? So you should be having 12 years of education, that grade 1 to grade 12th. After that, you should applicant choosing Korean taught programs. So then you need to pass this TOPIK level 3. TOPIK level 3 is basically an examination with which you would be able to justify that you know Korean language pretty well. So level 3 proficiency is required. if you are getting into a degree or a college where the program is being offered in English, then you need to prove your English proficiency. And for English proficiency, either IELTS or TOEFL can work out. Okay. Now moving forward, if you are going for a postgraduate course, then you need to prove your 16 years of education, that is 12 years of education in school and 4 years of bachelor's degree. Now moving forward, again the same thing, that either you go for a TOEFL level 3 if you are getting into a Korean taught language, or otherwise TOEFL or IELTS. Now moving forward, these top universities do have a minimum IELTS cutoff of somewhere around 6.5 on a minimum base. The Seoul National University have a 7 band of IELTS requirement. Okay. Now moving forward, this is the average salary or average monthly income of a person working in these sectors in South Korea. So a health and medical worker working in South Korea earns somewhere around 3.5 lakh rupees per month. Similarly, banking, teaching, education, engineering. So if we see engineering, it is around 2 lakh rupees per month in Korea. Okay. And for other streams also it is mentioned here. Okay. Now moving forward, that was all about South Korea. Now whether you want to get into this country to study further or not, that's completely up to you. I have given you the entire information. If you need any other further information, do let me know in the comment box. I'd be happy to help you. And if you need video on any other country, any other scholarship, any other universities or any other topic, do let me know in the comment box. I'll be happy to help. See you all in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Good night. I tried helping you as much as I can, but still if there would be some points which I would not have been able to cover, so you can very freely reach out to me or to my team for getting that help or getting that counseling or getting that information for that matter. So how you can do that? There is a link in the description box, given in the description box. You can click on that link, fill all your details. You'll get a call back from my team within 48 hours. Why asking 48 hours? Because this service is absolutely free of cost. Hence, we are getting a high call volume. So you'll be getting a call within 48 hours. You can ask all your doubts. You can clear all your points and on all your information you can get from my team. Thereafter, you can decide. Okay. So we would be happy helping you. You can just drop down your details and my team would be connecting with you to give you all the details. Okay. Fine. So that was all for this session. Hope you loved and enjoyed it. With this, it's time to say a goodbye. See you all in the next session. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.